Hello there, it's Sarah from Paper Lovely. Thanks for joining me today. I've got a project to share with you, and I think I'm going to classify this under Happy Mail because you definitely could make something like this to send out to someone, but it's actually something I'm keeping for myself. I decided to create an album. As many of you know, I purchased a condo last year, my first one, so I've been wanting to do something to document it, and I have a bunch of photos. And if you watched my unboxing video from Saturday, you know that Alexandra was kind enough to send me some of the Jen Hatfield Along the Way collection. So when I took a look at this, I thought it would be perfect. It had some houses and keys and some beautiful flowers, so I thought I would use this to go ahead and finally put this book together. So you'll see here I've taken some of the 6x8 pattern papers and I've gone ahead and glued those together so I would have some pattern paper on either side of my flip. And this works out great because since I know I'm going to be looking through this, quite often, and it's something I want to keep for a while, doubling up on the paper just makes it a little bit extra sturdy, and I didn't have to mix in any chipboard. So I'm trimming these down, and really I'm just varying how they look by layering them. I wanted to have a little bit of each peeking out, so I'm going slightly wider, slightly shorter, slightly longer as I do each of them. And then once I have everything in order, I'm going to take each tag or flip, however you want to call it, and I'm just going to score 1/4 of an inch up at the top. So that's what I'm doing right here. And then I will add some 1/8 of an inch Scor-Tape right along the area that I've scored, or right above my score mark. And that's going to be how everything flips, rather than putting it on a ring or in a binder. I'm just going to layer these up one on top of another, making sure that I'm keeping that top edge nice and flush as I add each layer. So that is going to be my book or flip that's going to make the basis for my little mini album here. And you will see as I go through, I got a little bit nervous about having pictures of my house out on the internet, especially because some do show the front of my building as well as, sort of like my front door and things like that. So I decided that just to be safe rather than sorry, I would go ahead and use blanks for where I'm going to place my pictures. I've trimmed these out to sort of a standard size from one of the Insta Polaroids. I think it was roughly like 2.5 by 3.25. So you'll see that I'm going to go ahead and use those, and you'll just know that wherever I place one of those, eventually a picture is going to go. I did have a few pictures of my Charlie cat, which I felt were perfectly harmless, and I could go ahead and share those with you. So you'll see that that layout will actually be completed once I get to that page. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn up the music and let you enjoy the process video, and then I will be back at the end just for a quick walkthrough of the finished project. So here is my finished mini album. Here I'm giving you a look at the front. I added a doily from my stash as well as some twine I tied into a bow, and then used some stickers. I'm giving you a look at how I did the binding. This was actually the second time that I did that, and I like this way much better, as you can tell, because I took the other one off. I did use some 1/8 inch Scor-Tape and just wrapped that around, and then placed a little bit of some liquid glue in the center. Just be careful if you're going to do that. You don't want it to drip down on any of your pages, but the Scor-Tape should help with that for the most part. But I just wanted to let you know I was very sort of cautious as I was placing that. So there on the inside you saw I added a little holder as well as a few tags, and then some places for some photographs. Here I added in an actual pocket to hold some tags, and then I used some of those peach or orange stickers to decorate that up. I've got another little tuck spot here with place for some photographs as well as another tag. And then I will just do a little bit of journaling on the back side of my photographs or on the back of that tag. Here are some pictures of my Charlie cat, and he loves to sit in that window. I have a lot of light in this apartment, which I really, really love. It was one of the things that was high atop my list when I was looking. And I have 2 fiddly fig trees, which are some of my pride and joy. I'm so proud that I've kept them alive as long as I have. And Charlie knows it. So if I'm late getting him his dinner, he will jump up on top of that windowsill and start batting at the leaves of that plant, and it gets my attention really quickly, and then he gets his dinner. So there I'm just showing you quickly. There are some other push pins and paper clips, which I think I probably will add in just to keep that going once I do get all of the photographs and everything added. Here I've attached, just again for a sample, 3 different photographs. I might do another tag there as well as some journaling, but I thought it would be really fun to clip those together with a brad. Here I've created a belly band, added in a few tags, and that piece of ephemera. I just thought that was so pretty, and I love that gold scripty quote. At the end there you saw I went back. I felt like I needed a little something other than just that twine, so I've added in that black and white striped ribbon. Then down here I did a little bit of a different type of tuck spot where I put that down in the middle, and then I do have removable glue dots on the back here just so they didn't shift around too much, but this way I can tuck a picture in on the top and the bottom of that. Here I've created another tuck spot using one of the floral bouquet stickers, and then added another smaller one up top. Again here I've added, it's not quite a belly band, I guess I'd call it another tuck spot to place in a few more photos, and I added that glassine bag in case there was anything else I wanted to stick in there. And then I also created a little pocket here off to the side where I can add in a tag or maybe some extra photos if I have some that won't fit. Finally, I created this little accordion folds. Again, I think I'll probably do a mix of photographs and journaling here, but I added a lot more tape underneath this tuck spot here, just leaving that little edge open, and then attached these cards together using some washi tape, folded those down, and then to keep it in place, I will just tuck that under the edge there. Here on this last page, I did some more stitching at the top there, and I've left the bottom open, so if I need to add a few more pages, I figured I would just do some final thoughts there, maybe talk about what it was like to sign my name about, I don't know, 500 times in a row on all of that paperwork when I closed. And then there on the back, I added in that last piece of ephemera just to finish everything up. And that is the completed album. Here are a few close-ups of the finished project. In the description box below, you'll find my blog post, which has additional photos and links to the supplies I used. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment or a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.